Yo, what's poppin', my people? Welcome back to another video. It's me, the Radical Latino. Remember, this is going to be way different from the podcast. If you guys want to listen to the podcast, link in the description down below. Now, let's get into the shits. The Dr. Phil treasure chick. Well, this is what I've been looking at for the past week. You know, just getting some more information about her, right? And I'm finding out a lot of interesting things. For example, check this out.
To start this video, I'm going to address a few things. First of all, for the people who are saying I'm not a real person, voila, I'm as real as it can get. When's the first time you realized you were prejudiced? Okay, well, first of all, I have a PSA announcement. Racism is bad, and it should never be tolerated. And people who are racist, they should just be burned in a fire, you know? Like, racism is so not cool. But I am not a prejudiced person. I don't identify with anybody who's, you know, alt-right or alt-left, whatever you guys want to call it. Kind of my first little thing that I've ever done that was kind of prejudice, which is not, it's not prejudice. I don't really feel like it's prejudice. Well, I did lock a girl in a cage before because she was African-American descent, and
yeah, so she made a YouTube channel and she started just talking about, you know, her little experiences and stuff like that. And she basically just said everything that she was saying and she thinks is absolutely real. There's nothing fake about it, right? Well, a lot of people have been coming out and exposing her, saying that she's actually pro-black. She's actually, you know, faking the funk, you know, and all this other crazy stuff. Well, I decided to do some more digging and I ran into her sister's page. Right now, this is her sister's page. She proves that she actually knows Treasure and she's actually her sister. You know what I'm saying? And I decided to reach out and I'm like, hey, you know, how about, you know, you come on and have an interview? And this is our interview. Hey, welcome guys. This is the Radical Latino. Welcome back to the Radical Latino Show. This is going to be a very special episode because I have an interview with Nina, Treasure's sister, who was on Dr. Phil. What's going on, Nina? How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Nina Kimberly Richards. I'm 25. I'm the older sister of Treasure Richards. My mom has 7 kids. I'm the second oldest. And
all right, cool. Can you where did you guys grow up?
East Point, Michigan.
East Point. So everybody, you and Treasure.
Everybody.
Got it.
Yeah.
I remember watching one of your live IG live things, and you said that there was actually 6 of you guys. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Technically 7.
Oh,
but
okay.
6 kids here on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom did have 7 kids. It's just that the younger one, he was not alive. He was not born yet.
Okay.
During this time, the most important time, like the crucial time of, you know, the 6th piece, or just what we call ourselves, like the brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
He, you know, so I kind of really don't count him in this, in like what, you know, when I bring up like my brothers and sisters or like the history, because he was only born in 2012. My dad died in 2006.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And let's just let me just focus on the whole Treasure situation before we get in deep into the whole history. What were your first thoughts when you saw your sister on Dr. Phil?
Well, I already knew that she was going to be on there. I just didn't know the episode was going to be originally what for, until my mom kind of slipped up and told me, which I thought was crazy because Treasure never had no issues with race in the past, not that I knew of. And then, you know, to see her talk about black people, I only watched the snippet. I didn't watch the full thing. Somebody had tagged me on Facebook saying, this looks like your mom. I was like, that is my mom. That's my sister and my mom. But when I saw it, I was cracking up because my mom was just her acting was just so bad.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just looked so melancholy and just like nonchalant about her daughter having KKK on the phone, and she'd be like, oh, I knew it. I knew. Like,
Yeah.
it was just so bad. So me and my other sister was just cracking up on her. And then I was like, continuing with my normal life, didn't think anything of it.
Yeah. Well, at a certain point, it kind of did look a little staged, But
it was very staged.
Yeah.
Even the house that they were in, that was a studio. That they said it was called a garage or something. That wasn't our home.
Oh,
my
really?
sister and brother, yeah, they're impoverished. Like, they live in poverty.
Really?
My mom doesn't even live with them. Yes, they live in the hood.
Oh, wow. Because
my sister lives in a home with bed bugs.
Okay.
And Kindle. Yeah.
So that whole little part where they're at home and she's calling the KKK and everything, that's all not their house, is all staged.
No, that all was shot in Los Angeles.
Okay.
They're from Detroit.
Oh, gotcha. So where was the affluent white neighborhood that she actually came from?
Treasure really didn't experience living in the suburbs, and it wasn't even a white area. It was just like a suburb of Detroit, so it was like kind of more mixed, you know. But then people from Detroit started moving into East Point. But Treasure was only there up until like maybe 4 or 5 years old. Other than that, she was in the hood, but she always knew of her father, and it was always kind of going back and forth between the suburbs and the hood. Anyway, it was nothing new to her.
Gotcha. So, because I remember you on your live, and I was repeating it a couple of times. You said that that Treasure basically she just lied. Who came? Do you know, or can you assume who came up with this whole lie about? Hey,
I'm assuming she did.
Okay.
Seeing these stars like Little Tay and like the Woke Dickies and the Catch Me Outside, those are outrageous.
Yeah.
Just the more outrageous, the more hip and trendy you'll be. But she saw this and she used it to her advantage.
So if let me just be clear, she is 16, right? She's not 20?
Yes. No.
Okay. All right. She is 16.
Even on Dr. Phil, it says 16 by her name.
No, yeah.
Why do people think she's 20?
Yeah.
Are people stupid? It says 16 by her name.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because when I'm like once again, researching and stuff, right? Going through her Facebook, I'm looking at the year. I'm like, wait, this doesn't add up. You understand? But
if you look on Dr. Phil, you see it says it by her name, 16.
Yeah.
It doesn't say 20. It says 16.
Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, okay, she probably lied to get on Facebook or something. But
yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that okay, so that whole she never lived in the affluent neighborhood, and she's the one that came up. Well, why would your mom and your brother? Was that your brother, by the way?
Yes.
Okay. Why would your mom and your brother actually say, okay, we're actually gonna go into this lie? What was the whole purpose? For money? What's the whole thing for?
Well, my mom was used to living a certain lifestyle that she does not live anymore. She looked at it as a trip to Los Angeles and being taken care of, being flown up. To her, it just sounds fabulous. So, Of course, she was down with the lie. She was sending me pictures of what she ate.
Oh, wow.
Because, again, she didn't tell me why she was on there. She was just telling me she was going on there. She was sending me pictures of what they were feeding her and how she would just order wine, and she's not even a drinker like that. She told me it was just a respect thing, that she wanted the wine and, to be treated like she actually was a celebrity. And then when it comes to my brother going along with it, he definitely has not much going for himself. He works at, a dollar store. So it's like they just all looked at it as like something to do to really really help expose them, maybe getting them into, some sort of fame or wealth.
Yeah.
Instead they threw our bus over they threw our whole race under the bus. They disgraced our family's name and showing a picture of my dad. It was just disgusting.
Yeah, well, when I first initially saw this, at first I thought it was just a complete, all right, this doesn't seem real, but then again, you might never know. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And, I obviously made a video about it, on my YouTube channel. And I, clearly said, I'm not going to hold back. I'm telling you what I said. You could see it yourself. I said that I blame the mother for allowing this, but I also blame the dad because that's who integrated this white supremacist ideology. But on your live, you said that's not even the case. Can you tell us a little bit more about your dad who passed away? But just my condolences, by the way. But can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Treasure really didn't even have a relationship like that or that respect level even with when she was very young. And she always had her biological father in her life. She was the only child out of my mom's kids, out of the 6 piece, who had the biological father and knew of her biological father, which was a weird situation for us because all we knew was daddy. And even though we didn't really know our dads, she played favorites, and she was, all stigmatized by her father, Treasure's real dad.
Yeah.
But my dad, who they put on TV and made seem like this white supremacist, was a wonderful, beautiful human being who did nothing but love and take care of us much better than our own blood. She was neglectful and abusive.
So
but this man, he went out his way. He died at his job. The last thing he did before he died, before he went to work, is he made my sister a grilled cheese sandwich. And he left work and he died.
And I remember you saying on one of your lives that that your mother, she had multiple kids with multiple men, and
yes.
your white dad is the one that took care of you guys. And is that true?
100%.
100. So now my question is,
see, we have different fathers.
Yeah. My question is, why would someone allow that? Do you know? Do you
my
have
dad
any
was an older gentleman. My mom was very beautiful. They had met, in a dark time in their life. And, she just, married him she told me, out of this reason, for security purposes. But my dad was a very loving and kind man. And he loved children. My dad was actually adopted.
Oh, okay.
So he was kind of used to being family but not being blood.
Got it.
The color thing wasn't even an issue for him. He just really wanted, that family lifestyle again because his first wife had passed away and his kids were grown up.
Got it. And did you see any infighting between both of them, saying that you cheating on me or anything like that?
No, never.
Nothing?
Never. It was kind of an unspoken thing. She had boyfriends and, we called them uncles. Like Treasure's dad, I knew was Uncle Rick.
Oh, wow.
We had uncles.
Okay. And
it was just very,
Yeah, you also...
my uncle, like all these uncles and shit.
You also, I don't want to put, words in your mouth or, say anything, out of turn, but you also called your mom a hoe.
Yep, that's what she is. That's what she promoted in our household.
This is, I don't want to put your words in your mouth, but if that's what you said, can you talk a little bit more about that?
That's something she promoted very, openly.
Okay.
Just, being a whore and being an escort. One day she was doing my hair and she said, just out of the blue, she said, I'm an escort. That's what I do. But I remember I was, in the 4th or 5th grade, and I did know what it was. I don't think she knew that I knew what it was, but I knew what it was.
Got it. And did that affect...
Something she promoted, she tried to groom me specifically.
Yeah. Did that affect you in any way? Did you turn into that lifestyle, or...
She tried to groom me at a very young age. I've always been very open, about, my sexuality and all that, just kind of me naturally. It did have an effect on me, because I became a dancer and, I did other little things that, most people wouldn't be proud of, but this is just a part of something that I've been through.
Okay.
And I don't shame myself for things that I did to myself.
Okay.
Or for money.
Got it.
I was just a teenage girl having to walk the streets at night because my mom threw me out of the house.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. And once again, your relationship with your mother, which is Treasure's mother, isn't that great with none of her kids?
None. The only one she's trying to do decent by is my youngest brother, and that's because she's married to his father.
Got it. And so she is married to someone currently?
Yes.
Gotcha. And are you aware of anything that she's probably repeating again with her last, with your, the one that...
Oh, yeah, the neglect is still definitely there. That boy has anger issues. stuff like that. But he's seen a lot. He never had a stable household. Right now they're in low income housing.
Yeah.
Never really had a stable household. He's seen my mom and her husband, which is his father, physically fight each other. The father, he sells drugs. There's been drugs around him. He picked up a blunt one time, blunt full of, just cocaine just open around this boy. Seeing them fight. I think he's seen them have sex openly because my mom talked about how he probably caught them having sex before. It's like he's seen a lot for a little boy.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh wow. And so let me just ask, what made you want to just come out in the open and say, listen, this is bullshit?
I've always been very active on social media. I've always been very active. I always keep up with the latest stories, and I've always liked the entertainment industry. I've always been into that kind of thing.
Okay.
I've always been more into it than my younger sisters and brothers, Kindle and Treasure. Treasure and Kindle kind of were more into watching these YouTube conspiracy videos and stupid, silly videos, where I was always deep into all aspects of social media because I didn't get to enjoy it like they did when I was younger. So now that I'm adult, and I'm still kind of young, so it's really sparks my interest. I'm always posting, about my life, some little stuff like that, makeup stuff, because I'm a very girly girl, it's just who I am. And so to see my family being plastered everywhere, and I've always been open. At first, I was just going to give my story to a youth. She didn't hit me up when I wanted. I said, okay, I'm going to use my little platform and come out with the truth. This is my dad that's speaking bad about. This is my race they're speaking bad about. This is, the black community that's being put in an uproar all at the hands of my little sister.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Gotcha. So when you found out that your mom and your brother and your sister came out, and people were coming at you, did they come at you with hate? Because I would assume people would say, okay, this is your family, you probably think the same. Did you get a lot of hate?
Most people call me crazy because in my life I'm very dramatic. They say I'm an actress. I always had a big personality. I got a big spirit about me, and it's just I'm always like a showman. I love industry, and so it's just I pick things up from things I watch. Because I'm a very observant person. And I'm also very dramatic. I've been through a lot. So people didn't understand my personality. They called me crazy. They said, it's obvious that I am her sister. And one reason people say because me and my mom look a lot alike, which we kind of do, is that I'm a more brown-skinned version of her.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually got more support. That's that's my sister. I have baby pictures of her. I have pictures with her.
Yeah, I seen them on your IG. Yeah.
Yeah, I have her picture of her in my brother's obituary. It's like you could see us together. That picture they used on Dr. Phil, and they do a close up of my sister and my brother. That was the same picture that I posted with me holding her. So I have too much proof. We all have the same last name: Monique Richards, Treasure Richards, Kendall Richards, Nina Richards. And honestly, Treasure needs to get her Richards last name removed and just be her father's real last name is Dawson. It should be Treasure Dawson because she disgraced our father's name.
Okay. And can you talk a little bit more about this whole CPS incident and issue?
So the issue with CPS is that they've been looking for her for years. And, my brother, I'll just give him the responsibility since he wants to help take her on the show, has been harboring a fugitive in his home. This girl is a ward of the state, does not go to school, and is underage. She hustles for a living. She goes on the street, begs for money. She goes to people's door to door, pretending she's a part of a church, selling CDs, selling gospel CDs, and, getting food. At first we looked at it as, she has to do what she has to do. She doesn't want my help. She doesn't really want the help of an adult. But then when she starts scanning people, selling, dollar store quality hair for these high prices and, calling them bundles, going to their doorsteps, selling them to, young, stupid girls, just doing stuff like that.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Because, I've seen...
CPS has been called. I called them twice now.
Okay.
But I let them really stress that this is serious and she needs to get offline.
Gotcha. And what did CPS say? Can you disclose that or no?
All they did was take my report. They said they'll send me a letter. I will keep everyone update with, the letters, and I'm just really going forward with trying to save my sister because she's fucking up her whole future behind this. Do you think she'll ever be able to get a normal job now?
Yeah, no, that's right. No, you're right. What do you think the end game for Treasure is that she might come up with? What's the end game? What's the end goal?
The only game she wanted was to become a meme and viral. That was it. She didn't see, down the line.
Gotcha. I've seen. I don't know if this is true. You could probably attest to this. That Treasure has a donation page. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so that is true. She has a donation page.
Yes.
Are you aware of anyone donating to that?
The last time I saw, nobody donated to it. That's their money gone up drain.
Yeah.
They want to give the money to this kid who's a ward of the state and help her, destroy her life even further. That's on them. I'm not gonna tell people to do what what to do with their motherfucking money. They that stupid to do it. I don't know how they have money in the first place.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I don't know how they can set their shit up to send it to somebody if they're that dumb.
Yeah. Gotcha. And what are your thoughts on her YouTube channel and some of the comments down below on her videos?
I think she's just digging her hole deeper with the YouTube thing. She's just making it worse on her life, and she doesn't even know it. She's going to continue with the YouTube videos, and people in the comments below, they can say whatever they want. The internet loves this kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, of course, you're going to have people, well, yes, white queen, go. Some people just fall for it. Some people just support anything nowadays. You could take a shit on YouTube, and they'll be like, take that shit, girl.
Yeah.
Spit it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, I've seen some of your things that you've been going in on Dr. Phil.
Oh, yeah, I love roasting him because he deserves it. My family's going to suffer. Treasure will never be able to live a normal life.
Yeah.
So Dr. Phil putting her on that platform needs to be just as guilty and just as roasted. I believe he's a racist. The fact that he would sit there and correct her for saying retard, but not saying niggers, and not saying black people are this, and not this. He's a fucking racist.
You're right.
When he looked at my sister in the face and said, "You're not a part of my white kind," tell me that's not some racist ass shit.
Yeah.
My father, who was a white man, would never say that.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Never.
You're right. See,
Dr. Phil's a fucking racist.
See, the thing...
All the audience members, their whole fucking faces, you can see it. They didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. No, you're right.
That bitch spirit didn't get a check. She was happy.
See, the thing...
She was complacent.
She
was complacent. She sat her ass the fuck down, and you had this little girl dogging out black people. You just sitting there. My mom is just as disgusting. You want to know, if you watch that Dr. Phil, so look at my mom. Look at my mom's mouth and look at her teeth. One thing she was very, very proud of was how they took her to get her teeth bleached. She's always been obsessed with having her teeth bleached. Look how white her teeth are.
Really?
She was just as complacent. She was just didn't give a fuck what Treasure was saying because she got her teeth bleached, got to eat good. Dr. Phil is a fucking disgrace. He exploited my family, my impoverished family. They did it themselves, yes, but Dr. Phil wanted that. He wanted it to be just as crazy as what it is.
Now, one thing that I did notice, that's absolutely true, because one thing that I was very critical of was the fact that Dr. Phil was totally fine with people just coming in there, especially, your sister, who was faking, but whatever, coming in there and just disgracing black people and calling them all types of names left and right and all around the world, But I bet you $100, he wouldn't do that with someone white coming in there talking bad about white people. You know what I mean?
Oh, never. He probably wouldn't even take that story on.
Exactly.
Not even probably. He wouldn't, because he's racist and he's a proud white man.
Yeah. No, you're right. A lot of people were saying that some of the things that Treasure was saying was Dr. Phil's staff telling her to say that. Do you know any validity, if that's true?
I don't know if they told her. I believe this is all stuff she came up with, but I believe they coached her.
Okay.
They had to do things over and over again. She said that they had to, my mom told me this, that they had to do things over and over again. I don't know if, she never told me about a script, but, it sounds like to me that maybe that there was some sort of script in place. They had to do things over and over again, say the same things over and over again.
Gotcha.
It does sound like it. So probably there was a script. Even with my sister Treasure is a high school dropout. Why is she talking so calm and so, clear?
Got it.
I don't even talk calm and clear.
See,
we grew up in the same area and actually grew up in the suburbs longer than her.
Yeah. See, the thing about it, when she was on camera saying, I'm a Caucasian, automatically I was like, wait a minute, what? I'm a Caucasian. You're not saying I'm a Caucasian. I'm a Caucasian. That doesn't make any sense. You understand? That right there doesn't make any sense. And then on top of that, she goes on and says that, she sees herself more of a white person and everything else, but then goes on and bashes black people. So I'm like, wait a minute. So you're saying white is racist? Is that what you're saying? You know what I mean? Some of that stuff didn't really add up. And I'm glad that you're actually, you're proving some of the stuff right and some of the stuff, that's been going on out here. Can you tell me a little bit more about how you and Treasure grew up and how was your you guys' upbringing besides the stuff that happened with your mom?
Well, so you're talking about when my dad was alive?
Yeah.
We were normal children. We used to watch SpongeBob. We used to run around. We used to play these games all the time. We always used to play games with each other, with toys or like tag. Or my mom used to just throw us outside in the summertime. This was right after my dad died. We used to play hardcore tag. We had a whole bunch of cousins who used to come over, and we're just normal kids. We just play video games and sing songs together. We like Disney movies. We would watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and That's a Raven. And, we were just like normal kids. We were going to school. We were eating good. We had a very, really normal household. My mom, she was always kind of like, we carry, always kind of like that. Always, even when my dad was alive. It just wasn't severe until after he died. Gotcha. I mean, it was always a problem. It was always a problem. When you have an abusive parent. But it really wasn't like as extreme. It would be like, because I had a wonderful dad, I would always just be, with him or, hanging out with him as opposed to my mom, be out in the streets anyway. And then come home at nighttime or, go to the mall, go shopping. We'd be all at home together. She's been leaving us at home by herself, since I was, very young. I guess she figured we were old enough to watch ourselves. Like maybe I was like 8. And my brother, he's was probably like maybe 11 or something like that. And she'd leave us to watch her kids, her babies. That's how I was able to change a diaper at a very young age and, make a bottle at a really young age because she would just leave her kids on us. And we were like young too, so. Gotcha.
And well, I'm glad that you're actually out here exposing the lies and at least trying to save your family's name. It's very unfortunate that this is something that actually had to happen, to you and your family and stuff. Can you tell the people where they could reach you at?
Well, my Instagram is at nina.kimberly_.
Gotcha. So if anybody wants to follow her and keep up to date, and she has a lot of receipts on her Instagram. So if anybody wants to know, just hit her up. I just want to say thank you for coming in. So you guys heard it from the horse's mouth itself. This is all bullshit. This is all fake. This has nothing to do with anything. This is just her trying to get clout, her trying to get money, and all this other shit. This is all fake. She doesn't believe her own bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to her sister, Nina. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to go follow her, again, her Instagram is nina.kimberly_. It's also going to be in the description down below. Just want to thank her again. You feel me? Because she's been running around doing interviews all day. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you guys condone what Treasure is doing and you guys don't like it, what her sister told me and is what I'm telling you guys, report her page, because there shouldn't be somebody, even if she's black, doesn't really matter, shouldn't be somebody out here talking ill about black people, talking defamation about black people. All right, we shouldn't be out here just putting each other down. You know what I'm saying? So just report. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys like what you hear. Follow me down in the description down below, Instagram and Twitter at the same name, radical_Latino_. I'ma catch you guys later. Peace.